Hello guys, and welcome to Civilization 5. Except this is not going to be a Let's Play. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not insane. I'm not insane, people. Now, I've gotten some people... Well, I've gotten some requests to perhaps show some of Civilization 5, as some of you may know who kind of keep up with my website and forum. I've posted some stuff on Civilization 5 and just talking to some of you. I love it. I mean, it's Civilization. It's a drug. You know, just one more turn, right? That's basically the summary of those entire series. But they're great fun to play, and a lot of people have been wondering if they should get into it. So I figured I'd just, you know, show some gameplay and try and explain a bit on the way. So let's just, set up a game. I'll play as, well, these are all the leaders. I'm just going to slowly scroll through them, because there's 19, I think it was, maybe 20. But I'm sure over time, with patches or expansions, there will be more. But I've only really played as the English, so let's pick something different. God, who do I want? Let's see now. They all have their different, you know, special abilities and special units. Sorry about that. Still got a bit of a cold. God, just pick someone. Just pick Catherine. There we go. So now you can pick a map type. I'm just gonna go for random because I love the fact that no game is ever the same, because everything is randomly generated. So you can just click a map size, and considering this is probably one I'm actually gonna continue playing, so I'm just gonna go with huge, because I love me some long games of Civ. And difficulty, there's play, well, Prince, let's go with it. Game pace epic, no, that's not the one I'm going to do for now. Now I'm just going to put this to quick. Basically, this will determine how long something will take to research or build. So it greatly speeds up the game. And even at standard, mind you, a game will take you a lot of hours. A lot of hours. So I don't think it's ever going to be short, because that's not what these games are about. So let's go with quick. Then go to advanced, because I like to show that the options are there if you want them to be. So I'm just going to go maximize city states, because I think that's fun. I'm going to add some more AI players, up to a grand total of 15 others. No, actually that's... Right, let's make it 16, nice number. So basically there are a couple of ways you can win the game. You can, well, deselect them here. I'm actually going to be picky, and I'm going to go with Raging Barbarians, which will make things harder in the beginning, which I think is fun. I especially love the beginning of the game, so... random personalities for every... Well, basically every leader, every civilization has, you know, some are a bit more focused on culture and peace, and are warmongers. Montezuma of the Aztecs is always known to be a warmonger, so I like to randomize that, so you never know what to expect. And I'm just going to do that. Right, let's just get in there.
Greetings upon thee, your Imperial Majesty Catherine, wondrous Empress of all the Russias. At your command lies the largest country in the world. Mighty Russia stretches from the Pacific Ocean in the east to the Baltic Sea in the west. Despite wars, droughts, and every manner of disaster, the heroic Russian people survive and prosper. Their artists and scientists among the best in the world. The Empire today remains one of the strongest ever seen in human history. A true superpower, with the greatest destructive force ever devised at her command. Catherine, your people look to you to bring forth glorious days for Russia and her people, to revitalize the land and recapture the wonder of the Enlightenment. Will you lead your people once more into greatness? Can you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
Let's hope so. So these are our special things. We've got our special ability. I don't actually know what a strategic resource is. I know there's resources, like, well, those, as I'll show in a second. But I'm not quite sure what the, you know, I'm still new to the game. Even I've played like 20-something hours, and I I'm still new to it, so yeah. Don't know everything, but I'm sure there's wikis all around. There's even a sort of wiki in the game, but it's not very good, so I don't trust on that. Necropos, let's see. More experience for land units. Alright. So, here we are. Now I've got all these things displayed, but you don't have to. You don't have to. But I like to know, especially this much. So let's just see. We start with 2 units over here. We've got our warrior, which is over here, and we've got our settler. Now the settler is a unit that can actually build a city, so kind of important that. I'm just looking for a good spot to start my first city in. So let me just the icons are kind of self-explanatory, but the apples are food. So on this tile, there's 2 units of food, and there's one gold, 1 money, or whatever. And there's 1 hammer, which is production. And production is very key because that is what you use to actually build stuff, or build units, or build buildings. So you can essentially go for, you can make 1 city entirely focus on getting gold. You can have one just to be very big and be, all around, all purpose. Or you can just have a building, just build it in the mountains, which give a lot of production, but it will be very small. So, you can be really smart about that. And I saw, like, my voice is fucked by the sounds of it. Maybe a drink will help. It does kind of. Good. Right, so I'm just gonna explore the area a bit because I don't know much. And the game has just told me I've discovered some ruins. So I can just click the, the pop-up there, and that's the ruins, which can hold really good bonuses. So I'm just going to tell my warrior to go there, but unfortunately, it'll only reach, there in 3 more turns, so it kind of tells you very easily, so it's very nice. I think I'm just gonna go over here. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to build my city. It's not a lot of food, but there is production, so yeah, doing it. So I've now built my first town, Moscow, and the game is now telling me to choose a production. So what am I going to build? Wow, 12 turns, that's... wow. I'm used to that taking like 25 on normal difficulty, or well, the normal speed, if you remember. So I'm just going to build a worker. Workers are very important. I really wish my voice would stop fucking up as well. Man. Essentially, workers can improve the land. You can build roads to connect cities, which will then create trade routes, which is extra money. You can build mines on mountains. You can build farms. You can build trade posts, which again increase money. Yeah, so workers are very key, I've found out. I used to just, make a couple in previous Civilization games, but in 5 they're very key, so... so now I can basically decide what I want to research. Let me just show you the entire tech tree. So this is everything there is. And this is a lot. This is clearly a lot. So essentially you can kind of figure out what you want. I mean, you may just be, you've seen that you have a lot of horse resources around. So you might just want to go animal husbandry over here and get the wheeled and get horseback riding and then get chivalry really early on. But, for that you would also need trapping and civil service. And I tend to not do that. But you can plan ahead. You can definitely plan ahead. But I tend to play very dynamically. Just go with whatever is best for that moment. So let's see now. I can research mining, so I can cut down that forest. build a mine there, which I think I tend to like to do that. So let's go with mining. Just click next turn, and this will probably take a while, considering there's a lot of civilizations around. But there we go. Doesn't take too long. It actually takes a bit longer considering I'm recording. So, well, let's just go explore more with our warrior. Actually, no. Let's go over there. So especially early on, there is a lot of quick turns that you basically do. Even later on, there can just be turns where you just click next turn because nothing is going on. Ruins explored. You find survivors lost in the ruins. In gratitude, they settle in one of your cities, increasing its population. Wow. I've never seen that one before, actually. Interesting. So let me just, you know, it's as good as moment as ever. You can't actually zoom in on those, but there is a lot of zooming here, and can be very helpful to get a strategic overview. And even if you want a better overview of what's actually going on around the world, which at this moment is not very useful because we've not explored anything, but you can press F10 or just click this button, and you can get the actual strategic view. Which can be helpful. Just to get a quick overview of what's going on around. So let's just go back to normal, because I vastly prefer this though. Also, there's obviously this toggle for hex grid, which makes it a bit easier to see, you know, what is what. Because especially with those forests, sometimes it's like, well, is that also forest tile? Because there's a bit of forest all around it, really. But yeah, I tend to keep this on, actually. Then I also tap on the resource icons, because this will really just show you what's around. So I've got some deer here, which will create +1 food if I actually send my worker over to it. Then there's furs. You know, foxes, furs. If you notice over to the lower right, though, just above the next turn, it says it requires... Well, it also says it right there, but... it says requires trapping to use, so I would need to have to research trapping first before I can actually tap into that resource and get the bonuses. So I think that's pretty cool. It's very, you know, obvious about all that. And here's wood. Here's wood. What? Here's wheat. And yeah, that's just more food. And wine is actually very good, along with the furs, because they increase happiness, which I'm probably not going to go into. But it's important to keep your people happy, let's put it like that. So let's see now. Also, there's cattle. Again, more food, always good. Oh. I'm actually kind of interested in how quickly I'll find other civilizations. Because I swear, there's times when I start a game and there's, you know, in like... within 10 turns, I've discovered like 5 civilizations. It's crazy. Other times, there's just, yeah, essentially nothing going on. It's crazy. But yeah, that's what you get. It's a randomly generated world. Oh, we found something. So this is, you know, I'll explain it next turn. That's one of the new additions of Civilization 5, which I'm kind of okay with it. I'm not entirely sold on it just yet. Let's just go there. So we've now met Stockholm, the city-state. City-states are essentially civilizations that are not out to actually win the game, compete against you. They can, however, help you achieve victory. As I said, there's multiple ways to achieve victory. One of the ways is to go for a diplomatic victory, which actually requires you to build the United Nations, and basically all the civilizations and city-states get to vote on, you know, who should be their leader. If you become that leader, you've won. But that requires you to keep, you know, keep some really good friends among those city-states, which turns out to be kind of hard. It turns out to be very hard, in fact. But yeah, these guys are, you know, maritime. A befriended maritime city-state will boost the food of all your cities, especially your capital. So that's really nice.